sitting in the studio just trying to get to you, babe. But the song's so fucking dope, girl, it's hard not for me to play.
I guess we're gonna move on.
Yeah, let's talk about age. What is, when you date somebody, what is the, do you date somebody younger, and how younger? If you date somebody older, how old?
Okay, mine, the ones I've always did is, you know, I'm not, the one I would like, mine is 5 and 5. 5 years younger, 5 years older. I really don't want no more than that. It is like one person that's a little bit older than that I wouldn't mind, but mine is always 5 years younger, 5 years older. I really can't do too much younger than me, because let's say a woman is 10 years younger than me. She's 21, just getting in the club, whatever, and let's say that my back hurt or my knees starting to hurt. You know what I'm saying? She want to start hanging out with her friends, and I can't always hang out and turn up with her. So that's why I say I want to be a little more closer to my age. So if I would prefer it, I would want the woman to be older than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm maybe like 35, 36, 37, you know, something like that. But mine's is always 5 and 5. 5 years younger. If I had to go younger, it'd be 5. But I would prefer my age or older. Blackout.
Yeah, I guess that 5 is a good number.
Because when you 75 and they 70, it's like, I mean, what?
Right.
You know what I mean? If they see you on the rocking chair and 2 young people on their bike and ride by, they gonna say, "Oh, look at Blackout, so old, sitting next to the young girl." They about to look at them 2 old people. So, I mean, wrinkled is wrinkled, man.
A Sweet Curl was old. Now that's. Oh, my bad.
Whatever.
My bad. I mean, I guess I never really thought about a number. I guess my thoughts on it is me. I've always really dated, you know, people around my age. You know, the one chick was like 1 year older than me, and then hooked up with somebody that was 5 years older than me. And not knocking them in any way, so I apologize if they're listening. But, you know, you would think that somebody older would have it more together. And it just, to me, wasn't the, you know, that true statement. So it just kind of put me in a mind frame of, if you go with somebody older, what if you hook up with somebody else that just don't really got it going on? Like you would think, since they're 5 years older than you, and they have 5 years ahead of you to get to where you still trying to get to, you know, you're never going to catch up, you know. And then I look at, there's some hot chicks that's younger than I am, you know, and then I have to ask myself, and I just throw her name out there. I'm not going to say where she work at. I mean, but I feel like she was just, I mean, gorgeous. I mean, sexy in the mug. Miss Molly, she said, you know, "Oh, I'm 21. And it's like, dang, you know, I got to ask myself, if I was, you know, single, would I try to holler at a 21-year-old, and what would she have to offer me other than sex? If it's just sex, that's not what I want, because that's not where I'm at right now in my life, you know. And then I got to look at too, and one thing I do look at, and I'll let Sweet Carmel go, is, you know, how was your relationship with your parents? And that's one thing I got to start looking at for the future, because if a female, if her daddy was not around, she never really experienced love, because her daddy never taught her how to love and taught her how to be treated by a man. If her mom was not around, the mama never really taught her how to be a lady and how to cook and clean. And I think that's what we don't have now in these today age girls, that they don't know how to cook and clean, and they walk around, you know, thinking they sexy when they really look slutty. And if their father's not, like I said, the big thing for me is if their father's not around, they're looking for a daddy figure. And I want to be daddy and want you to call me daddy when we in the bedroom. But I'm not really trying to play that daddy role where you can, like Big Karma was saying, you know, not having that communication and not, you know, you could do and lie and all of this other things. And then you can hurt me and you just go, well, what does daddy do? What does a parent do? You know, anybody who has kids, you know, your kid does something, don't eat the cookies or don't drink the Kool-Aid, and they do it anyway. You probably whoop them, punish them, you're mad for that quick second, but they're always still going to be your child. And that's what a daddy and a mom's supposed to do. You don't ask for a male or a man or a boyfriend, whoever you want to call them, in your life to play that role. I want you to call me daddy when we in the bedroom, but I'm not really trying to be your daddy. Here you go. That's how I look at it. 5-3. Sometimes you got to give up on who you want to find who you need. What you think about that, Sweet Carmel?
I would agree, because I would want a man who has a nice job, who has things going for him, or if I'm being materialistic, I want a man who has a nice car. I want a man who makes 6 figures or more. I want a man who wears nothing but designer clothes. But what I need is a man to hold me down, and a man that is going to communicate with me, be there for me as I'm there for them. That's when you have to separate your needs from your wants. Because what you need is get you through in life. What you want can take you down a long path in life.
Okay. T.O.?
I just need a big booty, man. I'm cool. No, I'm just. I didn't say nothing. I feel you. I feel you on that. I mean, I think back in the day, there was a lot of things I wanted, and like I say, I wanted that woman that had this nice flat stomach, and you know, the nice body, the nice car, heel game crazy, clean cook, natural. Yeah, that's why I'm still single. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to lower it down, like you said. As long as it's a woman that's there for me and care for me and love me and got the potential to be everything I want, as long as we can help each other out to get to where we want together, then I'm cool with that. So, of course, I think when I was younger, I wanted a lot of things that I didn't need. Blackout.
I agree. I mean, this kind of makes me think to go back to what we were talking about with Sweet Carmel here, that, you know, that guy that's pursuing you, he may not be what you want. Damn sure might be what you need.
I don't think so.
Okay, we can discuss this.
He's probably what I need as a friend.
But you're making him a friend. And that's why this is what it
I've known him
says.
for years, and I want him out of the friend zone. I'd rather have him in the friend zone than anything in my life.
Is he ugly, man?
He gotta be something wrong.
So he big, fat, or something?
Nothing wrong with him. He's just not my type.
Oh,
what's your type, Sweet Carmel, man?
I ain't got no type.
I'm not picky. I just want somebody to communicate with me who's gonna be there for me.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you this: you said communicate with you and be there for you, but did you not say earlier that when you need to talk, when you need somebody there for you, that guy is there and he communicates with you?
Yeah,
He is,
but he's not for me. Put it like that. You don't leave it at that.
Is he ugly, man? We want you to say it.
Right.
I'm not saying that. Because everybody is not ugly. Everybody has their own unique way.
Hey, I know some ugly people. I wouldn't miss you when you get up and go use the bathroom.
Talk that talk.
At halftime of the football Super Bowl game.
Talk that talk.
That's what I want.
Aww.
Yes.
Can I get one of them?
Yeah. That's what we need.
Well, I am the chick that loves football. I would sit right there with you, watch the game.
But you know, I'm gonna follow her in the bathroom. You know how I get down.
Hey, I'm saying, when I said that to somebody, they said that's kind of weird, and it's not weird. That is not weird at all. Hey, if I'm in there taking a number 2, in between the grunts, I want you to, hey, we gotta have a conversation. That's just all I'm saying. We need to have a conversation.
Learn to love a trouble man. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Hey, shorty.
Could you learn?
I got a question for you.
Could you learn to love a trouble man?
Real talk.
Yeah.
Think so? Hey, you show you wanna roll with me? I'm a complicated.